Welcome to Trojan TV. I'm Drew.
And I'm Cole. May is almost here, and that means we are in the home stretch of the school year.
But even though we only have 6 weeks to go, we still have plenty of news and school highlights to share. So let's get into it.
Trojan TV starts now.
This episode of Trojan TV is sponsored by Dawn Orr for all your ski and beach needs.
The 8th grade dance is quickly approaching. Mark your calendars for May 19th and plan to attend the Starry Night event, where a DJ, door prizes, a photo booth, and more will create an unforgettable evening with your classmates. Attention 7th graders, are you interested in the Washington, D.C. trip next year? Check your email for information sent by Miss Mackey last week. Parents can also access the information in Mr. Teisler's parent-student newsletter. In this week's Classroom Spotlight, band students recently participated in Solo Fest, a chance to get feedback on their playing from music professionals, but with a catch, they have to perform solo. Jack and Abby have the story.
Every year, all EMS band students participate in the Solo Band Festival. We caught up with Mr. Deneen for the process in preparing his students for the event.
Solo Festival is a lot different than what most of our students typically do for performances because it's just them. For example, a saxophone player sits in the saxophone section and we play a concert and they're in the saxophone section in the band. But for Solo Festival, it's all about you. So the saxophone player is playing all by themselves.
Students can find the Solo Festival to be intimidating.
It sounds terrible just because it's going to be like 15 minutes that I have to do it, play a solo. And I've already played a solo once and I just don't like it at all. It's a lot of pressure because if you mess up, everyone knows it's you. You can't just blame it on someone else. And so it's terrible.
Mr. Deneen says the point of the festival is to make his students more confident players.
Know that the person that you're going to be playing for isn't really judging you so much as listening to what you're doing and maybe making some notes about, hey, you're doing these kinds of things really well. Let's talk and work on these few things to make you a better player.
This has been Abby and Jack reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, guys. Washington, D.C. travelers, you are just a few days away from traveling to our nation's capital. Look for one last email from Mrs. Mackey Sunday evening regarding final details. If you haven't picked up your luggage tags, see Mrs. Mackey ASAP. Boys and girls track have their first invitational at Central High School May 8th at 3 p.m. Spring testing is dominating classrooms around East, with NWA testing taking over from M-STEP on Monday. And in our Trojan TV feature of the week, Brody and Drew caught up with 8th grade students who recently took the PSAT, a standardized test that simulates college entry exams.
Recently, EMS 8th grade students took the PSAT, a standardized test to prepare them for the SAT in 11th grade. We sat down with Ms. Schwinn to learn more about the PSAT and got some reactions from students on what it was like to take the big test.
Sure. Well, the PSAT is the first standardized assessment in the SAT series of tests, culminating in the SAT, in which students take their junior or 11th grade year. The PSAT is the preliminary scholastic aptitude test. A lot of students tend to think of it as the pre-SAT or the practice SAT, but it's a lot more than just a practice test. It provides students information about their knowledge and skills in the areas of reading, writing, and math. It will show them information about kind of their strengths in those academic areas and areas needing improvement so students can build upon those skills for school success and college readiness.
The PSAT is a timed test, which is a new experience for most 8th graders. For example, Students must complete 38 math problems in just 60 minutes.
And I didn't like how stressful I thought it was, and because it was kind of harder than I expected.
The PSAT is the first timed test that students will have, so we want to give them those practice conditions.
Both students and staff offered some advice for next year's test takers.
In general, I always recommend students just pay attention in class, do their completed assignments, ask questions if needed, but more specifically for PSAT prep is to do the practice tests. So there are some available online here at school. Our English and math teachers for 8th grade do a wonderful job with some practice tests, helping students with that during class time.
I stressed a lot, and I just wouldn't stress as much because, it's nothing to be worried about.
This has been Drew and Brody reporting for Trojan TV. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy some movie magic. Jack, Noah, and Andrew caught up with Timmy Trojan for some 2-on-2 basketball.
Oh, this should be fun. Let's check it out.
One, two, three.
That's not
That's only three.
You gotta
No.
go five. You gotta go five. Yo, Timmy! Wanna play some b-ball? Timmy?
What's up?
You got this. Alright, who gets you?
I don't know.
Back up and sit.
It's me and Andrew.
Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go, Timmy.
Sir, yes,
You got
sir.
this. Come on, Andrew.
Check back.
Oh, yeah. Alright, man, you good?
I didn't really
Yeah, pass it back, pass it. Alright, you got this, come on. You got this. Let's go, get up, get up. Come on.
Let me check it up here.
Nice job, Timmy.
That was a great game, and the bloopers show just how difficult it was to create that film.
I know. I bet Grant's neck is still a little sore from wearing that Trojan head.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Trojan TV.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Trojan TV East, for more news and feature stories.
And tune into our live morning announcements program every weekday at 7:40 a.m.
Have a great weekend, Trojans.
Bye.